Alright. I can do this. I can do this, because you can do this, because I can do this, because we can do this. We can get in front of the camera, we can do this. We can do this. We can do this. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Hi, my name is Gerald, and I'm pretty unmotivated. When I was in high school, back in the summer, I was basically failing out. For a semester or two, I failed all of my classes. And over the summer, they told me if I take the summer chemistry course, I would pass all my classes and basically finish high school. And I didn't do that, any of it, until the very last minute, where I had to do a week over that one because of how late I procrastinated and did it. But there was one thing that motivated me throughout that time. One crazy, Transformer-loving, Indiana Jones-hating, motivated bastard. Shia LaBeouf. Shia LaBeouf was a troubled kid, even for his age. When he was around 10, he'd go out to these comedy clubs and say these real raunchy, gross sets that a 10-year-old should probably not say. And the adults in the room were just eating it up. Fast forward a few years to where he applied and got brought on to Disney as his hit role as the little brother in Even Steven. And you could see in his earlier work, especially season 1, he's new to this. He doesn't know everything about it, but he's trying. Fast forward a few years, Even Steven's done. He hasn't really been doing work until about Transformers. And that opened the door to him to huge, big blockbuster movies. I mean, you got Transformers, Indiana Jones. I think he was in Wolf of Wall Street. But sadly, like all childhood stars, they run into the law. Shia LaBeouf especially experienced DUIs, alcoholism, and then eventually rehab to where he tried to make himself better. And this was a weird period for Shia LaBeouf. I mean, he was having rehab, he put out that cannibalism skit, the music, the screenplays that was basically on copyright infringement. We'll get to that later. And Surf's Up. Just want to bring that out there. Surf's Up is just a great movie. You should watch it. Might do a review on it, might not. But we'll get back to that. Not Surf's Up, but Shia LaBeouf, I guess. And through this weird period of him where he's transitioning from childhood's failed star to becoming his own man, he'd do something that changed the internet forever. Now let's flash back a little. 2015 to 2014. During his fight with copyright infringement as he plagiarized a whole work by Daniel Cowles, he worked with students at Central St. Martin's, an art school. They sent in short essays about no more than 3 paragraphs long and decided to send it to Shia LaBeouf. Well, not decided, they were kind of told to do it. And Shia LaBeouf performed it all in front of a green screen to show that there should be no such thing as copyright infringement, which is debatable. I mean, was his intentions in the right place? Sure. But was the execution correct? That's questionable. But you can see it all on YouTube under hashtag introductions. Here are a few.
Double-sided. Minds. Different paths. One runs after sunlight, one follows the rising moon. Snap leg, snap leg, snap leg, snap leg, snap leg, snap leg. Hey Mom, it's really Joe. Bet you never thought this would fucking happen, huh?
And as you can see from these, he shows a lot of character. I mean, just look at him. Immaculate, really. And around the 22-minute mark, we come across the most popular one. Just do it.
Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it!
I mean, within hours of it just being posted, you can see people already putting in front of movies and TV shows of just Shia LaBeouf screaming, just do it. But no one's really ever questioned why it got so popular. I mean, out of the 30 minutes of monologues and him doing stuff with bicycle helmets, I don't know. Why did this one become the most famous? Which brings me to my first point. It's funny. I mean, Shia LaBeouf has been in a series of just outlandish events, social events. I mean, here's just to list off a few. Just a year before this meme, hashtag introductions, became, he made a whole song about how he was a cannibal and how he was chasing this woman, and it ends in him getting decapitated.
Superstar Shia LaBeouf, fighting for your life with Shia LaBeouf, wrestling a knife with Shia LaBeouf.
Take that with a grain of salt. He also wore a paper bag to the Berlin Film Festival, which an hour, or I believe a half an hour before then, he was at an interview. I think with his girlfriend or wife at the time. And then, finally, he had an art exhibit where it was just him, and before they enter, the visitors get to choose an item from one of his past movies and interact with them. I mean, and the people are saying that he was just crying and... Nosy? Yes? No. Yes. Nosy?
That's why I didn't say anything. If you would have kept going and played it off, your ass would have been good. Now look, now you gotta edit this whole part out. Look.
Brothers.
But anyway, they did make the Green Ranger gay. In the Dino Fury, she's part of the LGBT community. Huge step for Power Rangers. Huge step.
Anyway, back to what I was talking about. In this string of outlandish internet propaganda for whatever he was trying to do at the time, for social justice or whatever, he puts out this hashtag introduction all on YouTube of him just screaming at the microphone, well, at the camera, to just do it, to follow your dreams, which he's been doing for this whole year or year and a half before then. And it's just funny. It seemed like the end of a series of unfortunate events of Shia LaBeouf. Which leads me to point two. It's just motivating. I mean, think about it. At the time, Shia LaBeouf was in so much public drama with all the stuff that he was doing with the songs, the music. He even made music at that time, which crazy, never heard of it. And then the copyright infringement, the paper bag, and I think after that he had a hashtag elevator where he was at Harvard just talking to people in an elevator for an hour and a half before he had to go in for an interview, or I think it was a, what's it called? Conference. It was a conference. And he kept on where he had to talk about all his social events. He even had a thing called hashtag touch my soul, where he was accepting calls in a public place and basically asked people if they can touch his soul. I mean, Shia LaBeouf has done so many things, and for him to just tell you to go ahead and do it, don't let your dreams be dreams, and for you to just follow your own. How can I just sit back and just not feel admired by this myth of a man? Insane, albeit, but still inspiring. Which leads me to point three. It was needed. A lot of you probably don't know what happened that year. There was constant bombings. Politics were as heated as ever, and gay marriage just became legal. I mean, a lot was happening, especially with the people up top, the people that were supposed to be leading us and telling us what to do. And basically at that time, we were fed up. Not to say that we're not fed up now, but at that time is where I think, personally, it really all started. I mean, people up top kept on saying that tomorrow they would do it, but they said that yesterday, and they never did. They should have just do it.